Hey everyone! Alright, so more Arknights. But also, I do apologize. I did not stream on Saturday, like I said I would. But honestly, I was pretty tired that day, and I also hadn't practiced Hades, so I was just gonna make a fool of myself again. So instead of doing that, I have also actually been practicing Hades, and it should be good for next week if I keep it up. If I keep it up. And also, there's a new Limbus update coming out. Technically, tonight, but I feel like it would be better for stream to not do it like as soon as it comes out, and maybe wait until tomorrow. So I'll probably stream tomorrow as well, the Limbus update. I do have some stuff to do in the morning, so probably it's gonna be around the afternoon-ish, maybe around like 5 or 6. But yeah, that's most likely happening tomorrow. I don't want to say definitely because I know myself and I know how lazy I am. But in the meantime, I wanted to keep doing some more Arknights. And also, well, I'm gonna keep doing the story because I feel like I've done a bit of the side content and it's good, but I kind of want to get back to the main story. But also, the Delicious in Dungeon event. There was another temple ticket that I could use. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. So one more time before ending the stream. Well, usually I do it before ending, but right now I'm doing it at the beginning. So beginning of the stream, let's go gambling. Alright, see what we get. Wait, did I not? I mean, I guess I already got my 5-star on the first pull. Okay. You know what? Okay, got another squirrel. You're new. I already had this. Other guys. Okay. Let me just check out the new guy. And or gal. I can't really tell sometimes. All you humanoids look the same to me. Let's see. You. Who the fuck are you? Verdant. Support. Survival. Fast redeploy. Dollkeeper. Does not retreat upon receiving lethal damage and instead swaps to a substitute. Substitute has 0 block. Swaps back to the original after 20 seconds. Oh. Interesting. Wait, this is a passive? Max health plus 10% resistance plus 5. Oh. That's kind of interesting. Vegetative regeneration restores 2 health per second. Double-edged poison ivy. Manual. Okay, this is an actual skill. Changes damage type to art damage. Attack speed plus 20. Lose 4 health every time when hitting an enemy. Oh. Huh. I wonder if you can stack the regen to make this not do that. He, she, they, them seems pretty interesting. I might actually try them out. You know what? I could just check this. No, this. You. Codename Verdant. Gender male. Okay, dude. Combat experience 1 year. Place of birth Victoria. April 12th. Oh, hey, that's kind of close. It's Ophidia. I have no fucking idea what that is. Wait, Ophidia? Like a snake? 163 centimeters. Infection status confirmed infected by medical examination. Born in a Victorian farming town, Burden studied botany in university and was considered one of the best students in recent years until he developed neuropathy and was forced to withdraw and leave the nomadic city, becoming a plant hunter. Motherfucker hunts plants. I feel like if you have to hunt, then you might not be that good at that. But then again, what do I know? I don't really know that much about this world. He loves plants and has a particular eye for them. He also received education in bioengineering and pharmacology. He came to Rhode Island to seek treatment and later joined as a field operator. while also participating in the medical department's pharmaceutical development program. This seems neat. I'll do all the other shards at the end. But anyway, let's go give birth to some tragedy. 7-1. A person walks into the sunset alone. An old monster once told me, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. I always thought that was stupid, but the guy is a monster, so maybe I do have to give this some thought. Does a bug jump into a flame to get stronger? That's stupid. No, let's not talk about how dumb and weak a bug is. You know, no matter how strong a bug gets, in the end, it's still just a bug. And there's a lot of bugs with lethal poisons, I'm just saying. If a bug jumps into a flame, all it proves is that the heat messed up its brain. Assuming it even had a brain, it obviously went mad. But what if I was to leap into the flames? Besides proving that I'm crazy, what else would that prove? I'd come out a bit charred, but how would that make me any stronger? You would have more of a resilience to being charred because you have experience with it. But we're talking about death here. What does an undying monster know about death? Alas, such is the nature of the bitter death that none may resist. You still talk to me? That's a surprise. I thought you were totally caught up in your plan to destroy Lungmen, Tallulah. W, you haven't given anyone notice of your visit. Ha! Whoops! My bad. I've been a mercenary for too long. Forgot all about that reporting every detail of my life to the boss thing. Sorry, leader. But you know, I can't go all the way to the top of the command tower, so I have to ask you to stoop to my level. Your sarcasm isn't doing us any good, W. Reunion needs the might of the sarcasm, and we should strive not to add any more personal conflicts between us. Just call us devils. Only the bleeding hearts and self-righteous call us sarcasm. Us mercenaries, we know exactly what we are. Strange. Devils, the inferior race of the banished. You mercenaries cannot accept this definition, nor will you take pride in it. Duh, but your people started calling us devils, not as a hate thing, or because it was catchy or whatever. Devil is a fear thing. You people called us that because we scare you. So us mercs like being called devils, because we know exactly what it really means. And we always make a good and sure anyone left alive takes the subtext straight to heart. Oh, sorry. Me yapping on about this is like trying to show off in front of an expert, isn't it? We're a no-name merc squad famous for brutality, but compared to you, why that's like a worm trying to go up against a crab. After all, leader, nobody scares people better than you. Inflict terror upon your enemies, and provide warmth for your friends. To strike fear into our enemies and bring hope to our comrades. That is the way Reunion has always done things. So, driving Ursus' core city into Lungmen is also in line with a certain comrade's ardent wish? Our warriors are still bravely fighting inside Lungmen. They need our assistance, and we will bring it to them. The infected inside Lungmen require hope, and our warriors have expressed their earnest desire to be that source of hope. Everyone's wishes find harmony here, and the responsibility to see those wishes come to fruition belongs to us, Reunion. This will also bring benefits to the Sarkas.
I assure you, beyond doubt. What your kind seeks is not hope, so I will provide you with profit. Sarkas mercenaries like you, scattered between various city-states, as well as those who pull your strings, you will drink deeply of the chaos between cities and countries, and it will nourish you. After Lungmen, no nomadic city is safe. Your kind will find more room to expand and thrive, and your people will prosper.
Ooh, sounds like a good deal. Just going off the profits, I'm totally on board.
Tell me, W, what doubts do you still have?
None. You've made a great case. Want a standing ovation?
No need.
Well, then let's talk about my mission. Bad news is I failed, and didn't manage to bring back my target, and she wouldn't give me the thing.
That is not your fault. The kinship between Misha and Skullshatterer was bound to lead to uncertainties.
Why'd you send me to grab that scientist's daughter then? It seems like you didn't even need her or their secrets for your big plan. Doing the attack on Lungmen and firing up her core city, what was the point of her anyway?
The authenticity of the key still has to be verified. I can personally verify that we've activated the core city, but Reunion still needs full control over the way it stops. That's where this key comes in.
Mephisto told me the old geezer found in the abandoned city was the real deal.
No, W. Mephisto would not tell you that. It would only be you spilling secrets to Mephisto while thinking about extracting the information you want from him.
So is that bit of news true or not?
You are not interested in hearing my justifications, but you also don't plan on offering yours either.
I have my own channels. I might be a little more frank than I used to be. Oh, but I guess I could have mixed up my sources. Something like that.
W, if you want me to be more transparent, I can explain to you the details of my plan. All of them. Skullshatterer and your first operation tested the LGD's response speed. It allowed us to adjust our strategy and improved upon our plans to take down Lungmen. Without your cooperation, we could not succeed. The key did truly exist, but was lost upon Misha's death. The key that Patriot sought was only a backup plan to deal with the situation. I won't force you to tell me where your information came from, but my explanation should convince you.
Alright. But leader, I want to know how many keys there are. Won't ask any more questions after that, yeah?
2. Sergei, Royal Chernobog scientist, held one of them and delivered it to Misha using special means. The other was held by Count Boris, former mayor of Chernobog. During our attack, he broke off a city plate to flee. However, he was unable to escape the catastrophe.
The ruined satellite city.
Our undercover agents in the city have kept everything there that we need. We can lure the LGD into an ambush, given the proper distance. We have sufficient reason to capture the abandoned city, and the best use of it is to occupy it and turn it into a stronghold.
You're really good at explaining things, leader. I'm all out of questions. Hey, I'm not asking too many, am I? Sorry to make you waste so much time explaining it all to me.
W, if openness can resolve the misunderstandings between us, I won't be stingy with my time. In order to ensure a relationship of long-term mutual benefit, I will continue to draw up future plans. Hopefully, this can slightly increase the trust between us.
You know, I kinda hate that I agree with her, but communication is really important.
We will need to support each other to have a chance at overcoming the troubles to come.
Really? I'm touched.
Of course.
I never liked this woman. The Tallulah they talk so nice about in private is so insanely boring. And this Tallulah talking to me right now is just another lying bastard. Not to say there's anything wrong with lying. I lie a lot. Nothing's stronger than a well-placed lie, except maybe a bomb. Truth is like a cup of water. What good does it do when the whole house is on fire? But when I lie, I know I'm lying. I chew up my thoughts up and spit them into ears. This she-dragon, though, she lies so natural it's like the words come out of someone else's mouth. It doesn't matter who she's talking to. It's not just tweaking a couple of points to cover up her plans. She takes on a totally different form, turning into something they trust more, telling them what they want to hear. Reunion's most beloved figure is, of course, their leader, Tallulah. Standing here with me, she's a businesswoman, a trader. With Patriot, she turns right into a warrior woman. She'll show her true face one day, but not everyone will live long enough to see it. Besides, does she even have a true face? Is she an onion? If you keep peeling off layer after layer until you realize there's just nothing inside? So she's an ogre!
I mean it.
She was acting honest as an Iberian nun just a minute ago. She lifts her hand slightly. I know that trick. Right now she's like a cunning Savara after a lifetime of raiding and killing. Something pulls away the air in front of me. In a split second, it'll melt away my whole body. Don't tell me you're ready to kill me after a little bit of teasing. Nobody has ever figured out the formless thing Tallulah throws around, but I know exactly what they do. Ruins, debris, things loose in their most basic structure. Just like a fire without a light. I am her prey. I should have known. Kinda obvious, Dragon Lady. The old Tallulah wouldn't have showed her cards this early. Waiting to die, or plopping down some long-winded monologue before the end. Just isn't my style. Never thought about dying. At least, not now. The small device I tossed out moments earlier while I was talking falls to the ground and blooms into a ball of flame before me. A wave of heat rushes towards me. Luckily, the comforting warmth isn't hers. I'm no arts expert. In my experience, 99% of hearts are no match for this pure burst of energy. Explosions, heat, shrapnel, shockwaves. It's an equalizing force that tears apart an enemy. Or me. Any enemy. Just need to draw out the stalemate a little longer, till all the seeds I planted finish blooming. You're such a hard worker, Tallulah. You even went through all the trouble to play out a sitcom with me. I knew it. You really would make a great actor. This dragon lady, I don't really hate her that much, do I? Those who don't know how to deceive cannot tell lies, and those are not liars. And she is a monster soaked in lies. She doesn't need to lie. No wonder I get kinda... Okay, I admit it, I kinda scared when I see her. I don't hate her, but I might really be afraid of her. And fear breeds caution. If you got your guard up, you're prepared.
Your little tricks are actually able to neutralize my Eugenium arts. I might have underestimated you.
Hey, this little trick took me hours to put together. Show some respect, huh? But if a little bit of your fire was all it took to make me roll over and die, what kind of devil would follow me?
You came prepared. You planned to attack me from the very beginning.
Well, you made the first move, Dragon Lady. You trying to torch me because I'm a pain, or do you want to shut me up because I've seen through you? To punctuate my sentence, a wave of heat surges from her fingertips and leaps towards me. Man, this dragon bitch just won't let me have any fun. I bend my waist and drop into an exaggerated roll, making it look like I'm tying my shoes. Uh-oh. Aim better next time.
W, your dirty tricks have been exposed. You are now an enemy of Reunion. Why do you oppose me? This is certainly of no benefit to you.
Why? Why? Why do you think this was my idea? I sure as hell didn't want us clawing at each other's faces this soon. Fact of the matter is, you attacked me first. Trying for a little shock and awe, huh? I guess I have no choice then. I just have to kill you before you kill me.
Your insanity has deepened your blind confidence.
Lying to me is no big deal. I don't really care who you lie to, how many people you kill, or how many people you lie to. But Dragon Lady, you'll regret lifting a finger against me. Am I the kind of person who says stuff like this? Maybe really am losing it. Can't even call this insanity at this point. This is more sentimental than anything else. I guess I really fucked up.
I see. Pretending to be crazy and stupid had us all fooled. Turns out, I misunderstood your character this whole time. So considerate of others. What a lovely little devil you are. Such a colorful character.
But not as lovely as you, of course. But you'll be even cuter once I rip your tongue out. Can't have it lolling around.
Do you think your little traps are enough to kill me?
Of course not. Did I ever mention that I set a trap? Better watch your feet. Might be a trap. Say, how many you want?
How many do you have? You pitiful thing. My flames have found you. You will pay for your betrayal.
Whoa, creepy. What's the matter with you? Who are you talking to with that tone of voice?
You. I know you hate these words, W. You also hate me for pointing out your purpose.
Well, thanks for being so considerate of my preferences. You think you can round me up with the right phrasing? And like, my purpose? How many people you plan to kill has nothing to do with me, Dragon Lady. What do you know about me? You've got like 80 different plots within plots going on that noggin, and you're gonna guess what's in mine?
W. You want to prevent me from using the core city to attack Longman.
Oh?
If you simply wanted revenge, you would not have chosen this moment. If you wanted to kill me, W, you could have waited until both Longman and I are incapacitated. That would have been the wise move. Trying to talk me into giving you information was another cover. A mercenary leader who cares nothing for the direction of Reunion would not ask me, the leader of Reunion, about my plans. You know, I won't kill you, as long as you put aside your interest in this war. Do that, and I will spare your life. I am fond of you, W. You're a good comic relief, and I have no desire to execute a harmless harlequin.
Damn.
However, a madwoman who will use any methods available to kill me has no right to judge good and evil, let alone claim to understand my plans. Are you really as violent and insane as the performances you put on suggest, W?
Will you shut up already?
You are not. You want to stop Reunion. You want to stop the attack on Logman. Those are your intentions. W. W, you are all too easy to read. I didn't even need to make any plans to investigate you. You came here wearing your heart on your sleeves.
That's a lot of bullshit. I'll turn you into a bottle of gore and have someone dump you down the waste chute, assuming there's anything left. Press the button on the device in my hand. A simple originium detonator switch, remotely operated, chain explosions. A blazing light of destruction mixing with a delirious pungent aroma. Waves of heat carrying fragments of debris, overturning everything in front of me. Just as I planned. Everything reduced to cinders, even the most thick-skinned sargass. Wait. 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 Didn't I have a detonator mechanism for the explosives? Why did she plant her sword in the ground?
Was this your trap? Try me, W of the Sarkaz. Try again.
Hold on, you... No fire, no burning. Hundreds of Virginium explosives I painstakingly twisted into the steel foundations of the city are all gone. Where are the explosions? The heat, the shrapnel? Nothing. The place where I planted the Originium is deformed, melted and warped. Drips of iron and the burned oil paint covering it gives off a nasty smell, but that's it. My shrapnel, my blast waves, my light show. It's not going to happen. The cataclysm that I pictured in my mind a million times over isn't going to happen. The cunning dragon lady must have poured her arts into our sword and channeled it deep into the steel beneath us. The heat radiated to reach my traps, melting them away. You figured it out. You're so smart, W. A world-ending explosion from all directions that should have blown her into a billion little pieces is nothing but a big wet fart. Alright, I've been thoroughly played. Dragon Lady, you're not half bad.
Was this result also a part of your plans? Let me guess. Your backup plan is you'll show me an improvised suicide bombing spectacle. Isn't that right? Let's not waste each other's time.
Don't get too cocky, little girl. Say, are you even the same person? Right now, even I don't really want to know.
I don't need you to define me. Choose your death. Die by my flames, be thrown from the city walls, or be run through by my sword.
Can you really finish me off?
Steel must endure 1,000 trials in the forge before it can become a sword. A sword is destined from birth to be a weapon. But you are just a mortal shell that has not yet died.
Ah, that would be an honor. To be impaled by the sword. Would I be the first one?
Unfortunately, you'll have to accept second.
Now, if we're talking people I've blown up, you will. Wouldn't even have a number. Am I going to die? I guess so. What's so bad about death? There are many things worse than dying. So when you feel like you're done for, as long as you prepare for the stuff worse than death, you'll even manage to surprise yourself. Now, I think, it's about time I blow this joint.
You blew yourself apart right in my hands. I thought you'd be more afraid to die. Though your defection didn't surprise me, you, yourself, did. Surprise me a little. You had some potential, as the opening act of a farce. I hope your death was painful enough, W of Victoria.
After the battle, 31 hours until impact, 6:30 p.m. Wait, she's straight up dead? Apparently. Wait, wasn't he also straight up dead? I think I remember that.
Leader. Sir, your return gives me great peace of mind.
Formalities unnecessary. There was a battle here just now.
It was between me and W, who tried to assassinate me. Don't worry, I am fine. From the reports I've received, she was already showing signs of rebellion when she occupied Chernobog. She made her own decisions to let the enemy escape, instigated the Zarkaz mercenaries' rebellion, and murdered her superior. These series of actions were likely caused by outside political forces.
Where is she now? She should have stood trial.
She detonated the explosives hidden around her body and fell into the core area. I will dispatch someone to search for her body. Sir, you need not worry yourself.
Ah, she's probably not dead.
That does not concern me. And her Sarkas, what of them?
I will deal with it. Now that the core city is steadily moving on track, I need to stabilize the situation immediately.
Leader, this core city was activated without my knowing why. Even the comms have been broken.
We are out of options. Ursus may attack Chernobog at any time and slaughter our compatriots. For their sake, we must first take down Lungmen. Right now, all energy must be used to support the operation of the core city, and we have no excess power to support tuning the ingoing and outgoing channels. The originium left behind by the catastrophe is so potent that we cannot endure it. The order to recall you exhausted the last of our backup supply. Now, there is only one place that can provide us with enough refined originium.
Even then, if time is right, please discuss with us.
What you say may be correct. I am sorry, sir. I should have given it more thought.
But what is done is done. This key, how will you use it?
It can stop the city.
The city can be stopped. Many things, once started, will not stop.
So, I am entrusting this key to you. You'll decide when we stop. I apologize for giving you such an arbitrary command. You seem more subdued today than usual, sir.
No, I will go to guard the core city. Someone will attack. They will try. And I will stop them.
Excuse me, sir. Crownslayer, Frostnova, Mephisto, and Faust are still waiting for our help.
About that,
We must not let any outsiders interfere with our plans.
Talul,
What's the matter, my champion?
leader. Any evil, no matter how great, will always come to an end. This, I firmly believe.
Yes, I share the same conviction.
Goodbye, leader.
Go, patriot. To end this war and regain the status of the infected, Reunion will crush all enemies standing in our way.
what's this?
A kind of Sarkis talisman. 2 pieces. This one is for you. The other one I will keep.
What are these for? It's a bit heavy.
They can keep you safe.
I still believe in the weird Sarkis things. What's the point of this?
Let me finish.
Sure.
This talisman can withstand torture. Mortal wounds, destroyed organs, no. But the consumption of life, it can withstand. Until it breaks. If yours breaks, mine will tremble. And I will go save you.
What about both pieces break? Weren't you saying anything? Fine, I'll hang on to it.
Good.
I'm obviously going to outlive you, so just do your own thing. Wait, was I supposed to be first Nova and Patriot? Well, I fucked up her voice.
Help. Who? And what war? talisman. It, too, has broken.
You killed W. What are you going to do now?
Liberate you. You will no longer need to bow before a Starcast. All that you desire, I shall grant you.
And what exactly is that?
War. No longer will you have to endure the foul taste of slaughtering the weak. No longer will you waste your efforts like a pebble hitting a rock. I will give you a truly equal war. Sargas, wandering devils, what I will grant you is not only the fear of your victims. I will reforge your blood, your flesh, your steel, and the shame of countless generations of your ancestors. I will grant you slaughter, and I will grant you death. A new era has arrived, and war shall reign supreme. All Sarkas who wish to taste all that this new era has to offer, step forward.
Who would you have us kill? Well, shit. War, huh? What is it good for?
7-2, Night of Farewells. Remnants of Reunion's forces remain entrenched in the streets of Lungmen, desperately resisting to the bitter end. Prepare for combat.
Fuck is this? THRM-EX, a thermal EX, aka THRM-EX, specialist robot of Rhode Island. Oh! Assigned by engineering closure to carry out combat missions. He knows that he's a robot. I see. So just get another robot. Interesting. Alright, these my usuals. Yes. Alright, let's try this out. I should have probably checked the map first.
.30 p.m.
Number 00000000002. Clearance level 8. Dr. Shapeless, thank you for visiting Rhode Island Integrated Bioprocessing Unit. Your intentions have been determined through analysis of available biological data. In addition, the system detects that you are in a bad mood. What counts for a good mood? Good and bad are subjective judgments. However, the system has collected nearly all document states of mental activity, as well as hormonal criteria for various types of neurological excitement. So, you could argue that the system's subjective judgment is substantially closer to objective truth. Therefore, no matter what action Dr. Shapeless may take, the system will be able to process it to some degree. Which is to say, you may do as you wish. PRTS is equipped with a non-lethal pacification function. Should you take unreasonable action, you will lose consciousness for 3.55 working hours, ensuring you maintain a behavioral standard close to normal. Wait, working hours? What if I engage in unsavory behavior like right before clocking out? Welcome home, Doctor. Can this really be called home? I mean, I guess. Are you Dr. Shapeless? Huh? Hello? It's you. I'm sure of it. I can feel it. You're a little different. But the person you're holding, that uniform. Can I ask who's that you're holding? A friend. She's your friend? But you barely know her at all. I don't know. This might disappear soon. Wait, what do you feel? Traces of people communicating with each other. Smell, warmth, shape. Shape? Not on my watch. I'm not sure, but she...
The girl reaches out to Frost Nova.
No. You don't want me to do that. No, I'm an outsider. I don't know her. I can't do this, can I? I'm sorry.
Bitch, what?
The other operators say that too. There are a lot of big personalities at Rhodes Island, but I might be weird, even for them. Did you want to use this machine?
This is indeed the final resting place of the infected.
It is. Just a second. Let me check the log. Yes, they cleaned this cabin already. Put her on this slab. Easy now. There. Then the slab will slide in here, and wait for it to close, and finally press this button.
You're really familiar with it.
Oh, I've had to use it a lot.
Why am I asking this question?
This is where all Rhodes Island's infected end up. And if I knew them, if I felt them, if they were my teammates, I always take care of them myself. The original manual was really complicated, but I wrote down how to use it in my terminal. Just a quick look and I can feel it.
Bitch, what?
It's like a chain.
Chain?
Or I could say, it's like seeing the links between people. Sending off the people tied to you means untangling the lines around them. The other ends of the threads are still tied to us, but even when the one side is gone, the threads don't hang down. It feels like you've lost something inside yourself, something you didn't know was there, but knowing it won't come back.
I understand.
Because if you know the feeling, it won't suddenly sting you, right?
So then...
Excuse me. Identifier from Rosmontis, elite operator present in Rhodes Island Integrated Infected Bioprocessing Unit, will expire in 15 minutes. I will update you momentarily. Stand in place for about 15 seconds. In addition, there is a skirmish taking place by the starboard hull. If possible, please assess after updating your identification code in order to reduce resource consumption. Oh, okay, I'll go do that. I'm making a note of it in my terminal. Reminding you for the 6th time, if you will allow access to the system, it could send the information directly to... No, I'm the only one who can use this. Understood.
Elite operator?
PRTS means me.
So should I call you Rosmontis?
Yes, Rosmontis. What about her? I think I should at least know her name.
Frost Nova.
Frost Nova. Good name. Hello, Frost Nova. Bye-bye.
Seven 2, Night of Farewells.
諸君君らの顔なんて覚えてられないけどまあ行こうか Forward!
I forgot to change your skill.
私に続け
Discipline strengthens the will.
That one's good too.
ターゲットロックオン。
みんな私に続け悪くない位置取りだね
Bravery shall overcome evil. プログラム
No.
起動します。 トデリブレーション中よ。Benevolent shall
貫く。
外は危ないからね。オラオラ。
みんな私に続け。
ドローン飛べ。Benevolent shall save lives.
Hmm. 貫く。
僕と遊ぼう。Discipline strengthens the will.
みんな私。
発射。
承知した。備えは万全です。
怖くはないわ。Discipline strengthens the will. 家まで送ろうか。Tactics sharpen the mind.
チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる？用意、破壊する。君にできるかな？
Well,
Orders, please.
用意。
I'll need to see proof of identity.
fuck.
Yes, Scum. Understood. ドクターの言う通りに発射。家まで送ろうか。
Thank you.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Wei Yin Wu's office, 6:30 p.m.
Correct, Mr. Wei. 32 hours from now, the core city will collide with Luckman. Its urban identification code has not been changed, which means that the core of Chernobog, this nomadic city, is still Arceus territory. So attacking it would be an act of war. Reunion holding Ursus hostage like this is the height of absurdity. You're unreasonably calm, Mr. Wei. Did it maybe occur to you what a peace-loving country the Empire is? Ursus' expansionism is driven by lust for wealth, territory, and growth. If it was profitable, the Empire would start a world war without a second thought, and they would have done it decades ago. But to provoke a war with Yan? The fact that Yan has not waged war for centuries does not mean they lack the capacity to fight, but I'd say a militaristic state might struggle to understand what it is that's led to Yan's prosperity. A world war would leave both sides devastated. Yan would need a long time to recover, but Arceus, with its myriad of internal conflicts, would take it even harder. Arceus is no longer the world-devouring beast it was. Only fools and madmen would wage a war this costly, unprofitable, and doomed to fail. Mr. Wei, as far as I know, fools and madmen are a dime a dozen in the nomadic cities of the world. Weeding out such people is one of my most important duties, and it's a function of the State Council of Arceus. Once the State Council responds, we'll implement measures to put a stop to the Chernobog core. The diplomats will handle the rest.
Our only responsibility is to take control of this crisis before it gets out of hand.
You have that much faith in the Empire?
No, I have faith in mutual interest. Fighting war after war teaches bitter lessons, and even though Ursus has won a lot of riches from its wars, it has been unable to fight the internal rot these wars have bred. It has not been able to integrate the peoples and lands it has conquered, and no nation can handle a rebellion while choking down the poison brewed by mutual crisscross hate of its own populace. The Empire of Ursus is a rotting corpse, posturing to look strong.
And that is why you believe Ursus will act in its own interest and abide by their deal with you.
I have no deal with the chairman of the State Council, verbal or otherwise, but the two of us have about the same amount of sanity left. Fumizuki, send a message for me. I have to make use of this time. Fumizuki?
There's another message here for you. Dr. Kaltsit, Amiya, Chan, and you should hear this too.
Fumizuki?
You will change your mind when you hear this.
I don't think so.
If you reject their help again, we'll truly be isolated.
Chief Wei, you must act immediately upon receiving this message. What? That's my messenger. The following has been arts encrypted.
Mr. Wei, Groups 3 and 4 are standing down. We are unable to get to the source of the matter. I can't even speculate on who the masterminding might be. They were whispering from the parliamentary gallery, laughing at my miserable, helpless performance, but I found no evidence to hold them accountable. If something happens in Chernobog, you must do everything you can to stop it, otherwise who knows what will happen. You have the wisdom and ability to stop it at its source. What we could not do, you must do in our stead.
That's the end.
I want to hear the rest.
The rest is the messenger's soliloquy.
He's my messenger. Let me hear it.
I was unable to meet Chairman Witte, and the messenger he sent to liaise with me was waylaid by unknown forces. Fortunately, that messenger is still safe and sound. The messenger slipped out of Dady Grifferberg in the dead of night, and someone secretly aided him. I believe there are forces within Ursus vying for supremacy. I was attacked many times on the road after that, and there were many others who tried to protect me.
Witte tried to help them.
I reached the Ural Rift and commandeered a messaging station. What happens now, even I don't know. I hope to make it back to Lungmen to enjoy the flavors of home once again.
How is he now?
Unclear if he's alive or dead. It sounds like Chairman of the State Council plans to stand by and see how this plays out. The State Council is at the heart of the Empire, but Chernobog is out on the periphery now. The borderlands mostly belong to the army, and some remnants of the ancient nobility. The army hasn't had a chance to engage in such operations since the Great Rebellion, but the infected did. The ancient nobility, closely watched as they were, couldn't have planned the Chernobog incident, but the infected could. Indeed, most of Reunion's infected had no training, didn't stand a chance against the Ursus Guard and the Chernobog Riot Police. But a catastrophe did. Chernobog failed to split the plates in time, and there was nothing they could do against the catastrophe. Reunion had to infiltrate the city early to stop their security forces from mobilizing, while the army ignored their maneuvering. Lungmen and Rhodes Island anticipated Reunion sections, and the LGD made a plan to annihilate them. But Chernobog, even to this day, Chernobog and their Ursus court, haven't said a word. Now we know why. Writing off the city and all its inhabitants, Ursus handed Chernobog over to Reunion. And the infected, who have lived so long in the threshold of death that they no longer fear it, would assume control of the city after the catastrophe. They didn't have to do anything. They just
got out of the way. They only had to let it happen. But after suffering a catastrophe, Chernobog was just a dead city with nothing of value, which left the infected heading for Lungmen. No matter who's running Reunion, all the elements were perfectly aligned. Give the order. The sensors must stand down. Use force if necessary. We will prepare them for war. We must be absolutely certain that we can disable that core before it's too late. And no one is to know of this until the Chernobog core is stopped. Mr. Wei, you're going to start the war yourself? Fumizuki, you've seen all Lungmen has been through. You must know. My brother wouldn't stand for me starting a war with Ursus. I must take the initiative. We must take control of the situation, even if it costs all of Lungmen. Starting a war means being seen as an aggressor. It makes it more difficult to forge alliances. The first one to enter a state of war is likely to find itself isolated. But the worst part is, no one can know the truth until after the war is over, whatever it might be. Some countries don't even care about the truth. All they want is an excuse. But, Mr. Wei, I believe we can achieve peace through diplomatic means. Thank you for the suggestion, Madame Kaltzet. But I'm afraid Witte and I are the last hope for a peace between our two countries. Whether our enemy is the Empire's Third Army or the Emperor of Ursus, this war is going to happen eventually. Even if we are certain to win it, peace is no longer possible. If Witte is too meek to use official channels to put a stop to this, it means he'll face too much resistance and criticism for it. Even if it works, he's a politician. He has to look out for himself. Having pushed him this far, the Empire's bureaucracy may be in some state of semi-paralysis. A couple of divisions can hold Ursus hostage, but not Lungmen. This is not Ursus. You're entitled to an emergency response to another moving city. Wouldn't it then be too late to separate the city? If the core is not stopped, the collision will destroy Lungmen, and the conflict that follows will cause further, unfathomable disaster. But to stop the core, firing our guns or sending a spec-ops team would indeed mean a declaration of war on Ursus. Anything Witte might have been able to stop has been cut completely loose by the Chernobog core. An isolated city, cut off from all communication, left with nothing but identification codes. But identification codes needs very little explanation. As you say, Doctor, it's up to Lungmen now. Only we can stop the Chernobog core. Think carefully, Mr. Wei. There are serious consequences to an act of war. War is serious business, but the other choice as far as Lungmen is concerned would be far worse. Mr. Wei, road silent. I'll go. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Huh? Miss Chen? Chen?
I'll take care of it.
You are a Lungmenite.
I can leave, Lungmen.
Superintendent Chen, don't play the hero. This isn't your responsibility.
If Lungmen needs a traitor, let it be me. I'm sick of you, Wei Yanwu. You and your precious city. I stopped being a Lungmenite even before you dug your claws into the slums.
Now is not the time for a debate on ethics.
What did they do? What did you have to do that to them?
What did they do? Tell me, Miss Chen. What did they do? Tell me, where was it Reunion hid themselves? Where was it they snuck into our city? You trust the slum dwellers, but do they trust you? Where did that trust come from? Have any of them, aside from your informers or Ling Koju's ears, reported the infected infiltrating their homes?
Things happen so fast, that doesn't mean anything.
Did you receive even a single tip? Yes or no?
No.
Not one. Not a single person stepped up. They don't trust you. They would rather put their faith in foreign provocateurs than the Rat King or the Superintendent of the LGD.
Maybe Reunion was threatening them. Reunion's infected are known to be violent and dangerous.
Did they forget that Lungmen has never raised a hand against them? I don't blame them for supporting each other. In fact, if the infected didn't support each other, if they hated each other instead, the slums would have long since destroyed themselves. But they could have opposed Reunion. They could have come together with the Rat King's people to fight the infiltrators. They could have asked for your help.
They don't trust.
Exactly. They don't trust you. After all you've done for them, they still don't trust you.
We should have sent the LGD into the slums long ago.
It was the locals who didn't want the LGD in the slums. They were the ones working against my LGD time and time again. Even as Ling Koju and I worked so hard to root out the criminals and foreign agents from the slums, it was those same locals who scoffed at the sacrifices of our soldiers. Was it Lungmen that rejected them? Answer me, Miss Chen. Look me in the eyes and answer me.
It's not their fault.
Then whose, pray tell, it is? How many times have I told you? You have the right to your own thoughts and opinions, provided you don't let them affect your work. The LGD is here to protect Lungmen. The Special Inspection Unit is here to guide the LGD to protect Lungmen. The slums you've done so much for have become a vulnerability that could lead to Lungmen's destruction. Reunion exploited the infected among them to distract us, letting our guard down to Chernobog. The measures we took to fight off Reunion left us open to this maneuver by the core city. And those infected stood by and did nothing. If Lungmen falls here, it is ultimately by their hand. No. Who should be held responsible for turning Lungmen into a flashpoint? Who is responsible for lives lost and blood spilled? So much destruction over a few neighborhoods, just because we didn't act in time.
When you say act, do you mean
whose fault is it? Was it Lungmen that rejected them? No. It was they who rejected Lungmen.
so you'll dispose of them?
Indifference and lack of vision already destroyed them. I have no reason to care for these people anymore. Chen, we are all tainted with our innumerable mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. All we can do is fix them or cover them up for a while. There is always someone who can do what I can't, but for now, I still have things to do.
Everyone makes mistakes? I know what you're saying. The infected are a mistake as long as they exist in the city?
Thick-headed girl. Superintendent Chen, I have told you everything. Now do what you must.
Alright then. Wei and Wu, what I must do, what the LGD must do, is name who is at fault and correct the mistake. It seems that, according to your definition, I am at fault. We could also say that I am the mistake, because I am infected.
You.
Chen? Madam Chen. There is no need to hide it anymore. For 3 years you've been hiding my infection from the world. Now that the infected have no place in the city, neither do I.
Nonsense!
She and I are both infected. I don't belong here. I know what I must do, and I won't be making any more mistakes. I'm the only one who can stop her. Don't feel bad. I understand. We're some brothers, aren't we? Brothers. Remember where we came from. Sworn brothers.
Ruin.
I am infected. A traitor to Lungmen. I am the one who can do this. The only one who can do this. I hate you. And I hate them. I should love you, but right now, I hate every last one of you. Blood relations.
Ruined.
We've come this far. All we can do is keep going. Why me? Why does it have to be me? Who could feel safe sitting here? Close family. Ruined.
No. If you leave this office today, Chen Hui Chie, you will be an enemy of Lungmen. You will never again be allowed to set foot in this city. And all that we've worked for together for the past 10 years will come to nothing.
Everything I worked for came to nothing as soon as you did what you did. Lungmen is about to go up in flames. A battle is upon us. You have your ways, I have mine. The only difference is, I'm not like you. I don't think anyone here is a mistake.
I won't let this city fall, but I can't go in without a plan either. Power is a tool. At the end of the day, if you're going to use this tool to tinker with the world, you have to conform to its expectations. Don't make a mockery of yourself, Inspector Chen. Laugh at that, and you're laughing at yourself. I raised you to change it. I hope that you would change this world to one more than prosperity and growth. So, has it changed? Can it be changed? Does everything I've worked for actually mean nothing? Even if it can't now, it must be someday. You are going to make sure it can be changed.
Wait, stop! Who are you? You can't go in there! Security! Where are the guards? There's an intruder!
Lord Wei, we will act.
Get out.
Let us act.
You shouldn't have come.
Wei Yanwu. That's all it took to show your true colors? Your private army just shows up here in your office?
Madam Chen, Lungmen is threatened.
Sounds like you have a strong sense of duty. But I don't believe a word you say. If you have something for him, go ahead.
Lord Wei, it is within our means to infiltrate the city, kill the mastermind, and stop the collision. We shall sacrifice our lives for the city, and lift this burden from thy shoulders.
Get out!
Lord Wei. How about it, Wen Yanwu? Will you send them, or send me? Is it a tough choice? Why is it you're so decisive when it comes to killing people, and so indecisive when it comes to save them? That's how it is now. That's how it was then. I didn't expect a chance at a proper goodbye. I've thought about it many times, Wei Yanwu, but I never expected to give anyone a proper goodbye. Miss Fumizuki, I'm sorry my mom treated you like that. Thank you for looking after me all these years. I've always thought of you as family. Chen!
Superintendent Chen!
Not anymore. This badge, you can have it back.
Caesar!
You want to fight here first? To decide who's the real traitor?
Superintendent Chen, the enemy is at our gates.
I'm infected. I'm your greatest enemy.
Cease and desist, or I will show no mercy.
Who have you ever shown mercy? Don't sound all high and mighty about things you can't do. Lord Wei, look out!
Ji Xiao!
BlueSky? I probably butchered that. Brother, if this sword is used to slay dragons, does it also work on Dracos? It just might. Looks like I'll have to be more careful around you. Her arts are overflowing. Doctor, get behind me. I'll block the arts. No, it'll just get torn apart by that kind of power. She's not aiming for us. Get out of her range right now. Ah, okay. Her arts are beginning to expand. Back up.
Release!
The dragon's flaming sword. Unsheathed. You can block it with just your wrist? Most astute.
I see your swordsmanship is sharper than ever, Superintendent.
Tempered originium. Chi Xiao, huh? To think they're still making weapons like that. Doctor, that sword specifically forged to fight against energy-based arts. At first, Madame Chen didn't even let me look at the sword. Was she envisioning a situation where I would be an enemy? Out of my way!
Lord Wei, the Superintendent has chosen her path. I may not be able to block a second blow. Shall I put my life on the line? Through my death, I assure you that Inspector Chen will remain in Lungmen. Though I cannot guarantee that she'll have her limbs intact, I can ensure that she lives.
Impossible! Impermissible! You, fall back. Don't engage her directly.
I shall immediately alert my brothers.
Planning to call reinforcement?
Chi Xiao! Cease! Gah! Hui Chi, are you going to use the cloud-splitting sword?
Maybe.
Don't forget who taught you your swordsmanship and your arts. I never once thought to strip you of your swordsmanship, but I will no longer play nice at this point. Don't force my hand, Chen Hui Chie.
Do it then, Master Wei. Chi Xiao answers to me. The day you gave me Chi Xiao, did you think I would slay you? I won't use it to spill your blood, Wei Yanwu. You think you're protecting me, right? My mother died to depression. Tallulah was taken away. I contracted oropathy in the course of my work. You think everything you've done was for the sake of protecting me, don't you? Is that because of your guilty conscience, or because of your confidence in your own strategies?
I don't want to witness another tragedy ever again. Liar!
Wei Yanwu, there are those who this sword seeks to kill, and those who it seeks to protect. If she truly wishes to destroy Lungmen,
No. No, you must not go.
I never thought I would beat you on your black cloaks here. There's more than one way out of here, Wei Yanwu.
The window! Chen Hui Chie, stop this foolishness. We're hundreds of meters above the ground.
This wouldn't be the first time I've used the window route, or the second.
I'm Engi. Chen Hui Chie, you must not go to her!
Ah, Chen!
You mustn't repeat the same mistakes. You can't go down the same path we did. If there's anyone who should die for the city, that person should be...
Uncle. No. Wei Yanwu. Starting today, we are strangers. The sound of glass smashing echoed across the room, and Chen falls face up from the tall building. The Lord of Lungmen let out a thunderous roar, and the man in the black poncho leapt towards the window like an arrow springing from a bowstring. But Chen had already made up her mind.
レイジアン工業にて生まれ、偉大なるメイヤー様の手により進化を遂げました。膨張する熱い心、サーマル EX、助立ちいたします。
Fucking excuse me? We go from really climactic window exit to robot? Seven 3 Renegade Blade. Mephisto's herd is no longer under control of its leader, but their bottomless aggression has prompted them to attack Rhodes Island ship. Put them out of their misery. Ah, fuck. It's gonna be more of the spear throwing house, isn't it? Eh. Well. Uptown Lungmen, 7 p.m. Dusk.
Secret arrest warrant? For Chen, sir? It's gotta be a mistake. There's no way. Hey, get back here. I asked you if it was a mistake or not. Damn it, Chancellor. What the hell? Who's behind this? I have to find her. I have to hear her side of the story. Yeah, yes, I understand.
Anything else, Master?
No. Go and do what I told you for now. When you're finished, find somewhere to lay low for a while.
Got it.
Now go. Hurry. Turns out there really is someone who can outplay Wei Yinwu. Talola. Is this really just fate? Oh, young master. If you could see us now from up there, you also would not wish to see this, would you? But alas, Langman's finally come to this. But Hui Jie, be careful, Hui Jie. You mustn't get yourself killed.
Longman Harbor, dock, 7:20 p.m.
Damn it! There's still too many of them out here. I thought the LGD were supposed to have this area under control. Yesterday was reunion and today's this weird infected. Even we can hold them off, and we can't use heavy-duty weapons inside the city.
Hello, operators. Is that who you're fighting today?
Rosmontis! Thank goodness we're saved!
They're infected who have been twisted by arts, and we can't stop them.
That's right. We mostly brought defense equipment, but I never expect they shed through our steel cables and polyfiber nets like paper. Might have to bring some military-grade weapons.
You telling me those were not military-grade weapons?
We're at our limits here, so we had no choice but to ask for backup from the landship. Thankfully, now that you're here, we might be able to turn the tides. The originium structure inside makes their bodies incredibly tough. We are suppressing fire to keep them under control. Also, our scans aren't picking up any signs of brain activity at all. The main point there is they're pretty much already physically dead. They're just empty husks, propped up by the arts. It's unbelievably cruel.
Whoever did this has to pay. But more importantly, at least you're all safe. Let's make a plan. I'll get them to settle down.
Bitch, what?
Yes.
But you look...
Doctor, have you never met Rosmontes before?
Please stand aside, Doctor.
You might want to take a step back. Guarantee you've never seen anything like this.
That thing floating in the air is your equipment? Is that a metal box from the landship? It's mine. Operator, please describe your impression of the target.
Hold on, check the manual. Okay, the target's a large group of active, restless individuals. They're moving as a group with no clear objective. Their general trend is clear, but no set route should be good enough, right?
Received. I'll handle this. Dr. Goldsit was very clear. Once we finish this, Woods Island is to leave Lugman immediately.
Evening, old friend. Hoshiguma, what are you doing here? What about your injuries?
I'm an Oni. Those scratches are long gone.
Good. Now Hold on. Were you waiting for me here?
That Doom buggy you're pushing is a new model from Rimbilliton, right? Wait for a road performance. Dust proof. Claims appeals with ease. Incredible range and fuel efficiency. Minimal environmental impact with maximum comfort. That one? Yeah, sorry. Saw that ad on the terminal a million times. Guess it got stuck in the old noggin. It's a damn good buggy though. Not even into off-roading, and I'd like to get one.
What are you trying to say?
You look like hell, Chen. Where do you plan on going?
How did you know I'd be here?
You come here every time you want to sneak out of the city. Remember, I also know every nook and cranny of this place. The LGD issued an arrest warrant.
But that's not what you're here for.
Of course not. I know exactly what kind of person you are.
This is my only way out of Lungmen. I stayed dark the whole way. If the whole LGD knew me half as well as you do,
then you'll never make it out of Lungmen.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
They're just like me. They don't want you to go.
Hoshiguma, are you going to stop me? Why you, of all people, Hoshiguma?
Of course I am, Chen. I'm an LGD inspector. More importantly, your friend. Did you seriously plan to wander off and play the lone hero on a grand adventure? That's precisely why I can't let you leave. You're a Lungmenite, Hoshiguma. No, you're a Lungmenite, Hoshiguma.
This is our last chance. If Wei Yen Wu has it his way, more people are going to die.
And your way is better?
Well, kind of, yes. They call you Madame Oni. They trust you to take care of Lungmen they love so much. Let me go, Hoshiguma.
Heh. Do they really love Lungmen, Chen?
You.
Me? I'm old school. Comics, movies, booze, rainy streets. Some guy running out by with an umbrella. I like my stuff retro. Just not the bikes. People say some stuff goes out of style quick. Chen, can we really outrun time itself? I can't. No way. It moves too fast. The chase has crushed so much of what I cared about. This is all I have left. A yellowed splotch. A tear. A dog-eared page. I've got names for them all. And it sucks. I hate how time took all these people from me. They died horrible, miserable deaths, sacrificing themselves to find a place in this world. But me? I simply watched them all vanish into dust. Some of them, I mashed their dreams to pieces with these very two hands. They didn't love Lungmen. They simply had nowhere else to go. And in the end, it was my fault. You're not going anywhere, Chen.
Fat died. All those people died for Lungmen. You're going to pretend you never saw any of that?
Don't act like you knew them. They were with me a lot longer than you. I knew them much better than you.
It's my duty to protect Lungmen, no matter who stands in my way. It's my duty. That hasn't changed.
So you're still Superintendent Chen. And who gave you this duty?
I did.
Is that just something you wanted to hear yourself say? Look at you. You're gonna go save Lungmen all by yourself. One woman against all of Reunion. Your temper tantrum won't get you that far. It's funny. You're the one who always carried out Mr. Wei's orders. Because you could relate with him. Now I'm the one who relates with him a bit better. And I'm the one carrying out his orders. How the tables have turned. I've seen the gist of Mr. Wei's plans. If someone has to die, Mr. Wei thinks it ought to be him. You're carrying the Chen family's blood. Once all of this blows over, no one's coming after you.
You mean he...
Mr. Wei would rather he die than you.
You give him too much credit.
Maybe you don't give him enough, Chen.
If he wants to die, he's welcome to do it. But what will that get us? What's the point? Will it prevent a war? Will it get Lungmen out of this mess?
If he dies, it'll get some of the blame of Lungmen. I think all the blame will pretty much vanish into thin air, actually.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Nothing's ever that easy.
That's why he wants you running the LGD. You'll get his job and be the chief of the LGD sooner or later. After that, you'll become the boss of the entire city. There's been a lot of rot left behind, and you should be the one to clean it out. I get what Mr. Wei wants from you. Though he's been waiting for a long time, I can tell that his beliefs and methods haven't changed from the day I met him. Lungmen still needs you, and she doesn't want you in danger. I'm just so disgusted. Mr. Wei's death may not matter to you, but once he's gone, you can change the city.
I have to tell you something, Hoshiguma. It's the reason I don't belong here.
Don't mess with me, Chen. No one's more Lungmen than you.
I am infected.
What? Since when?
3 years ago.
You've been hiding it from me?
I didn't mean to.
How come you didn't even tell me?
Wei Yinwu didn't want anyone to know. We couldn't have infected in the LGD, so I couldn't be infected. Hoshiguma, there is no place for the infected here, or anywhere in the world, anywhere else in the world. I've had enough of Wei Yinwu controlling us. I'm not going to be his tool anymore.
No, I get it. I finally, actually, really get it, Chen. I know exactly why you can't leave Lungmen.
What?
If you leave and go to the core city, Mr. Wei would have to brand you an enemy. Not just an enemy, but a dangerous infected enemy working against Lungmen. The whole city would know you're infected. They might even think you're working with Reunion. And that'll be the end of it. You'll never be able to come back.
I don't care.
That's my line. You're infected? I don't care. I don't care. Missy doesn't care. Nina doesn't care. The LGD doesn't care. Not even Mr. Wei cares. He wants you to change this place. He doesn't want you gone.
You didn't see how ruthlessly he treated the infected. I did. And 9? She's already gone. She quit the LGD because she was infected too.
9 too?
You know, 9 and I might have contracted oripathy at the same mission. She went undercover for me in Reunion. And then, because of Reunion, she abandoned Lungmen. Because she saw the truth of the city.
But you didn't betray Lungmen. I'm not letting you take the fall for a crime you didn't commit.
Hoshiguma, why do you think I'm going to the core city?
I've never been good at guessing games. Just get to the point.
Huh. Do you know who's leading Reunion?
I forget her name.
Tallulah. Mrs. didn't tell you.
Tell me what?
Tallulah is my sister.
I figured. Oh. Oh. Huh. I get it. Chen. Well, you're not going today.
Why? Is my sister, my family, not important enough?
Well, that's why. That's why I can't let you go. Even if I have to die here, I'm not letting you go.
That's not for you to decide, Hoshiguma.
Honey, I can't decide.
No matter what stands in my way, whether it's a catastrophe, a shield, or an Oni, I'm not giving in.
The blacksmith who cast this shield has his whole family killed by a gang of wandering Onis. His fury is much more toxic than any catastrophe. The blood that stains this shield, and the tragedy it represents, is much more wicked than any catastrophe. Chen, Mr. Wei isn't a good man. We can kick his ass together. Whatever you want to do, I'll do it with you. You want my Colombian Big Single 70 double V? It's yours. Chen,
Now's not the time. Don't go. Don't force me to do this. That's all I ask. Force you? Why are you talking like Wei Wu? I don't like it. When Wei did what he did, no. When he betrayed his brother, failed my mother, and put the cities to sleep under his cloud of wickedness, that's when I decided to do this. You might think that stuff has anything to do with you, but I don't think so. What do you mean? What he did for you, and what you should be doing, none of it is connected. That's what Mr. Wei was hoping for. He didn't want to play the bad guy. He's not power hungry. He gave you the sword. You don't get it. Understand what? It wasn't just one time. It happened again and again and again. I destroyed my home. I destroyed my family. Covered horn to toe in blood every time. Fought to the bitter end. Till I was the only one left standing. Because that's what I thought was right. And they were wrong. I found myself asking a lot if I really deserve to live. I don't, but I lived anyway. Just can't live for myself anymore. Putting yourself out because of some concept of right and wrong. That's the dumbest thing a person can do. And I've dealt with regret my whole life. You think you're the only one who's got a lot of baggage, Miss Chen? Stop talking like that. So, why can't you understand me? Even a little bit. We've been through so much together, all these years. There's still something you can't tell me? I've got my baggage and you've got yours. We both know that. That's that and this is this, you could say. Even so. What is there you still don't understand? I never pulled any of you into this. How can you say I don't understand you? Because I've seen too many people die for nothing. I don't care who you are. I just care where you're going. I'm not letting you go. This is all on the leader of Reunion. You can't change the situation. You'll just die for nothing too. No one wants to see that. Not the LGD, not Lungmen. Thank you, Hashiguma. But I'm still going. Really? If we have to fight, you should know I'm not scared of you. You really have to go, huh? You feeling like your heart is hard as iron right now? That's a weird choice of words. I told you before, you're lost in your own thoughts. You lost sight of everything around you, of everything everyone's done for you. Your stubbornness is only gonna get you hurt. Fine, I guess you'll have to take a beating before you can learn. Like a young Hashiguma, that being a stubborn ass is just a stupid impulse. If you want to fight, Chen, then let's do it. Show me everything you've learned in the last 2 years. Stop talking like that. EX-42 Long-Range Origamium Arcs Control Device. Operator Rasmontes. Requesting approval. Approved to use in defensive operations. Removal approved. User Annihilation Specialist Elite Operator Rosmontes. Activation approved. Okay, I'm going. Please tell closure for me about the Rhodes Island Landship startup. Hurry, Doctor! Get in the cabin. Don't watch. If you get hit by Rosmontes shrapnel, you're pretty much a goner.
7-3 Renegade Blade.
ドクター、忘れ物しないでね。
I don't have Rosmontes. Rosmontes? Why do I keep saying that with a th? Alright.
Forward. Benevolent.
みんな私に続け。
Yep, knew it.
Bravery shall overcome evil.
chance you can hit him
み
from
んな
there.
私に続け。承知した。
Bravery shall overcome evil. アーツユニットチャージ中。
Yep, okay.
貫く。
おバカさんたち、僕が相手だよ。
Fuck.
Tactics sharpen the mind. Benevolent. 貫く。
射撃補助モジュール展開っと。
Discipline strengthens the will.
ん？外は危ないからね。
みんな私に続け。
これが戦場というものね。
プログラム治療プロセス開始します。みんな私に続け。
I'll need to see proof of identity. ん？
承知した。 Discipline strengthens the will.
ドクタ
みんな私に続け。
Benevolent shall save lives.
破壊する。 Tactics sharpen. みんな私に続け。
Apparently my plan is to just use a lot of healing.
貫く。 Standing by.
この辺温度が低すぎるかな。問題ないわ。こういう香りは好き？
みんな私に続け。断絶。備えは万全です。
射撃補助モジュール。
ほら頑張
So, is that guy just gonna stand
れ。
there?
僕に勝てるかもしれ
Oh,
な
I
い。
did not realize I could put people down there. Ah, I see.
初期化アーツユニット起動します。この一本あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。 Yes, scum. Stop right there, criminal scum. オラオラ。
Well, ouch.
Forward.
Okay. Hey, Zandy. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate that.
Uptown Lungman, 7:20 p.m.
You're pretty serious about this. Real unexpected. Never would have thought that you'd be able to make me bleed. We have never been able to walk away from our past. Hoshiguma, you've always been a part of this city, but not me. I've always been running. I don't think I'll ever be able to stand this place. Turn into another one of these in the end. I can't stop you. Go. I'm sorry, Hashiguma. After I'm gone, please go to the slums for me. The people there are panicked and confused. Someone from the LGD has to protect them. If some infected kids give you a toy bear, keep it. An Ursus girl named Misha taught them how to make those bears. She died because we failed her. Okay, I will. I'm sorry. I owe you one. I don't need your apologies. Honestly, you're not good at them. Hoshiguma, I think we're done here. Go. Don't come back. Take care of yourself. Can't stand this place. How many people care about this city as much as you do? Bullshit. Inspector Hoshiguma. Huh? Inspector, you're hurt. Who the fuck? Oh, yes. We just saw her. Madam Chan. Ah, that. Sorry. You guys have a second to talk? Inspector, you're disobeying orders too? I wouldn't put it that way. Get out. Yes, Lord Wei. I told you not to call me that. As you wish. We await your orders, Lord Wei. Miss Sid and young Amiya, before you speak, could I have a word with him? Yes, go ahead, Miss Fumizuki. All yours. We've been together for so long, Wei Yanwu. Why talk about this? Why now? One look in your eyes and I can tell what you're thinking. Fumizuki. Now, I've always been able to tell. I know Longman means the world to you. I know all that you've given her. I know about the dreams you have for her. No, Fumizuki. But this, today, this isn't what you want, is it? Gamen. I'm not referring to our current dilemma. What I mean is, this prosperity that you've given everything for. You lost 2 loved ones. Actually, I think you said it was 3. Maybe dozens. Surely you couldn't bear to lose your niece as well. She loads the Shadow Guard. If I send them to retrieve her, she will fight them to the death. No, Wei Yanwu, that's not what I mean. Won't you regret it, if you let them both die in some foreign city? So what if they're infected? Are they not your nieces? If we had children of our own, is this how you would treat them? All I've done for the sake of our land. I never intended for Chen Hui Chie to do my work for me. But that's how she is. No, keeping the truth from her only deepens the cut. It only makes her feel that she doesn't belong here. Your expectations of her, they're too distant and too difficult. But can I stop at this point? I've struggled against the men behind me and the city below me for so long, and this is all I have to show for it. Would Longman allow me to stop? That is what she wanted, to get to the source of our problems. She wanted to change the city into something completely unlike the city under my rule. All I did was teach her how to get there,
what she would have to do, what she would have to give up.
Alright, that's enough rationalizing. You're giving me a headache. I'll go bring her home myself. I won't sit back and watch her die. I'll do what you cannot.
Nonsense. I won't allow it. I have plans to bring her back. And you, Fumizuki, are not to set foot outside this building.
Oh? You'll stop me? Damare kono I probably butchered that as well. Whew. Huh? Doctor? What did Miss Fumizuki say?
No fucking idea. Oh, that doctor.
It's been a long time since I've heard such angry Higashinese.
Have you forgotten who I am, Wei Yenwu? Even I have my limits, Fumizuki.
Have you forgotten who you are?
Fumizuki!
Doctor, I think Mr. Wei might really care for Miss Fumizuki.
What gave it away? The part about she talked about their children?
The same may also go for Fumizuki. Maybe. Now then, onto your friends from Rhodes Island. How much will it cost for you to help Longman and our Chen? I'll cover it myself.
You.
You're really going to hire us like this, Miss Fumizuki? I am. It may be improper to say, but my husband is not exactly in top form today. Or I might say, our opponent's plans have gone beyond anything we might have predicted, and included all that he holds dear. They have a complete understanding of both Longmen and Wei Yenwu.
Fumizuki, that's enough.
Who are you to say what's enough? Doctor, name your price. I can pay. I understand everything you've said here, Miss Fumizuki, and money won't be necessary, but I need you to hear me out.
Doctor.
Maybe this isn't the place to say it, but if I can speak freely, Longmen needs some outside assistance. Can I continue, Miss Fumizuki?
By all means.
And don't let words get to me.
Nonsense.
Rhodes Island is only a pharmaceutical company. But the world is a tough place. It doesn't let up on any of us, especially a pharmaceutical company like ours that tends to make a lot of enemies, be it in business, geopolitics, or otherwise. We wander the cracks between the countries because we have no other choice. When all the forces of the world align to put pressure on us, we need our own special methods to handle them. But if our methods are to work, we need the forces acting against us to have a shred of sense left in their thick skulls. So when there comes a day like today, where anything could happen, Rose Island has to be ready with the right response.
Get to the point.
I have a proposal.
I hope it's a good one.
I'm not sure if I should be discussing this information to you, Mr. Wei. You must know, with Longman's strength and your talents, you could annihilate Rhodes Island with a snap of your fingers. No matter how advanced your equipment may be, there is nothing we could do against your forces. If we act against you, Rhodes Island is as good as dead.
Go on, Dr. Keltsit. Miss Tamiya, rest assured I have no energy to direct at Rhodes Island anymore. So please, proceed.
Very well. When we first met, Mr. Wei, you were very curious about our military capabilities.
Fumizuki should kick this man's ass. Yep. Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight.
I can admit, now, just as I just said, Rose Island is no match for Longmen in this respect. However, no matter how strong a force may be, it can be limited by the circumstances it finds itself in. It's largely a difference of degree. Even your men can't project power with their hands tied. Even if you step into the battlefield personally, the enemy still has something to use against you. The truth is, A colleague of mine once saw the Duke of Kashi at a fundraising banquet with his adopted daughter. This wasn't a slave market or some noble bacchanal. It was an event for those who represent the many movers and shakers of our world.
Bitch, what? Continue.
I'm sure you can guess what happened next, Mr. Wei. Many young people proved their value that night, with the ideas and theories that they espoused. But Tallulah did not. Neither my colleagues or I ever expected that she would become the leader of Reunion. In fact, we should have realized that the Duke of Kashi only shows himself when necessary, to do what is necessary. Otherwise, he stays out of sight. Kashi won't tip his hand in exchange for assistance, and neither will Tallulah. I'm sure you know their relationship much better than we do, Mr. Wei. The Duke of Kashi has never made her a slave or hostage.
She is his successor.
Oh?
Your observations confirm my suspicions, Dr. Kaltsit. Tallulah is Kashi's successor.
Correct, Mr. Wei. The Duke of Kashi knows what you have, and what power and what you're capable of. Tallulah may as well. You can leave this in our hands now, Mr. Wei. We have what it takes to handle the situation. Like Amiya told you before, the official agreement between Lungmen and Rhodes Island is over. By now, the Rhodes Island landship has left Lungmen's port. What we do from here on has nothing to do with Lungmen. Is that acceptable, Amiya?
Yes. Mr. Wei, we won't concern ourselves with the future of Lungmen or your personal business. But all this is a result of someone conspiring to exploit the infected, and we will fight it with all our might. If you'll permit us to act, and if you can promise you won't act against us in any way, then the battle to come is our battle, Rhodes Island's battle. I won't rely on the infected. I don't trust the infected. The only difference between you and Reunion is that you haven't turned against Lungmen yet. What was Reunion like before? Even if we don't remember, someone does. They weren't anything like this. You can dress up your schemes in fancy words, just as Reunion can shout from the rooftops that they will be the ones to deliver the infected from their fate. In the end, they still ended up becoming cannon fodder for Ursus. In short order, Ursus will snuff out the fire that is Reunion. Will you be the next Reunion? Who can say? When will you bare your fangs and turn against us? What's more, I doubt you have the strength to deal with Kashi's successor. That Duke of Kashi. Only Lungmen has successfully opposed them over all these years.
Mr. Wei, you intend to personally lead the forces to attack the Chernobog core city, correct?
Don't make blind conjectures, but yes.
What you just told me, Mr. Wei, is revealing. You think you're the only one who can handle the situation. It's true that Lungmen has the raw power to do it, and you've also overcome the machinations of Ursus. And this time, you intend to sacrifice yourself to nullify the declaration of war on Ursus. As Miss Fumizuki said, you feel you've betrayed your principles, and you hope to end it all with your death.
I've made so many mistakes. My death can't pay for them all. I don't even know who I'd be paying.
Nevertheless, Mr. Wei, are you so certain that, after your death, no one will bear you any ill will?
Lungmen is strategically important to Yan. Thanks to my protection, it will continue to prosper.
I was referring to Lady Fumizuki.
Dr. Kaltsit, show some tact.
Dr. Kaltsit, show some tact! I meant what I said, Mr. Wei. I'm afraid your wife will suffer because of your actions. Even if you're dead, she is your widow. She will still know everything you knew. Since someone is forcing you to act against your will, I believe this sort of thing is to be expected. I have a feeling that particular individual won't be so magnanimous.
That's enough, Dr. Kaltsit. You're way out of line. I can't... You're saying that even if I do this, I still won't be able to protect Fumizuki. and it may not end with Miss Fumizuki. I can go too. Death is the worst that can happen.
Oh, my sweet summer child. No, it isn't.
Fumizuki! Speak, Dr. Kaltset. For the sake of your beloved city and your beloved people, I am begging you, Lord Wei, leave this to the experts. We may be powerless against a standing army, but we know the infected. We know what they want and what they don't. Only the infected can face the infected. So what do you want, leader of Rhodes Island, Dr. Kaltsit? You're not a charity. Attacking the core city is tantamount to throwing an egg at a boulder. It will be ruinously expensive, and maybe utterly futile. You understand our position, Mr. Wei. At this point, it benefits us both to speak plainly. More than your agreement with our battle plan, Mr. Wei, we need your guarantee. Considering you might change your mind in the future, we need your promise for now. Because I believe that Lungmen and your family and Madame Chen are worth that promise. We don't need your money, Miss Fumizuki. Your kindness and your attitude towards the infected are enough for us to execute this operation free of charge. Little Wabbit. Huh? Thumbs up. Bitch, what? I agree. Until the end of the Lungmen-Chernobog conflict, we, Lungmen, will not in any way interfere in Rhodes Island's affairs. And it looks to me like the good Dr. Kaltsit has more yet to say. Speak up. I can endure it, for the time being, because I need Rhodes Island to save one very specific infected. Then I have another proposal. Name your price. 20 years ago, Edward Artorius, father of Tallulah Artorius, died here in Lungmen. I would like Mr. Wei to lend us his remains. Bitch, what?
Okay then.
(7-4). Side by side. 1. The spearhead of Reunion's reconnaissance force has appeared in the location where we establish a concealed facility. Be careful. These are no ordinary Reunion grunts that we're dealing with. I have to protect 3 points. Oh, goody.
Alright. Let's roll.
Rhodes Island Bridge, 6 a.m.
Attention, our outstanding operators. I have some important information to report to everyone in Rhodes Island. This is Amiya. As of last night, Rhodes Island has officially left Lungmen. In light of recent developments, the trade agreement between us and Lungmen has been cancelled. We no longer have any reason or standing to remain inside the city. Fortunately, we've already purchased a lot of supplies from Lungmen, which will sustain our operations for a while. Unfortunately, some of our operators will shortly be going deep into Chernobog's core city. An extremely tough battle awaits us there. Many may think that war is a distant concern to us. War, they may say, is a conflict between two countries and has nothing to do with a pharmaceutical company. But war, I think, war has never left us. We have always been in a war, the long war of injustice against the infected, the war that drives people to hate one another. To develop an effective treatment for neuropathy and give the infected a chance to use it, our medics have poured countless hours into their research. Likewise, it has always been our goal to provide our most advanced medical treatment to those here who suffer from neuropathy, inhibiting and slowing the progression of neuropathy. But there is far from enough. That is far from enough. Before we can achieve these goals, we must face the ever-growing conflicts between the infected and uninfected. The enemies of the infected will not see them treated, and each crime they commit against the infected aggravates the tensions between the groups, all while others exploit and enslave the infected for their own profit. There are those who oppose us and even attack us solely because we seek a cure for erypathy. We have suffered this in the past. Imagine if we develop a medicine to treat this disease, but never have a chance to administer it to the infected. What then? Our enemy is not only erypathy. There is no safety for us standing back from this war anymore. 2 weeks ago, Reunion and Rhodes Island engaged in a violent confrontation. Many of our operators sacrificed themselves in Chernobog. A story we have seen unfold far too many times. But if there's every sacrifice demands vengeance from us, then we will be locked into an endless cycle of revenge. Countless lives will be taken by our enemies, and taken by our own hands. Our struggle with Reunion cannot rest upon hatred. If we are able to negotiate with them, we will demand from them an explanation, and hold them accountable for their actions. But Reunion is still gripped by their madness. Even today, they have taken control of Chernobog's core city, and are driving it into Lungmen. Even stranger, Ursus has not surrendered its territorial control of the core city. They retain a territorial claim on Chernobog, even with it under Reunion's control, even when Ursus never took action as this entire incident unfolded. The Empire of Ursus ignored the atrocities committed in Chernobog and made no effort to stop them whatsoever. They abandoned their own citizens. This has led me to conclude that Ursus has conspired to bring about these events. A collision with the core city will spark an international war, a war between Ursus and Yan. By then, it will be too late. No matter who stands behind Reunion, no matter how hard they pushed, no matter who the real mastermind behind all this is, there will be only one truth laid grimly at our feet. The infected caused this war. No matter the outcome of the war, the infected will always be the scapegoat. They will face even more brutal oppression, more miserable lives, and eternal fiery hatred. If that comes to pass, all Rhodes Island has done will come to nothing. There won't be a single country in the world that will allow us to treat the infected, or allow them a normal life. Indeed, this is an unavoidable part of our protracted war on erypathy. Rhodes Island has always been fighting this war, and it's a difficult war to win. But despite that, we will never give up. We will fight the fanatics with reason, and enmity with clever strategy. We will press on, because no one wants to see a bitter end to our efforts. So we will stop Reunion. We will stop the Chernobog core city from colliding with Lugman. I hope those of you staying here on the landship will look after Rhodes Island. Whether or not we return, Rhodes Island will fight on. Right. Situation normal.
So, business as usual then? Apparently.
Whew.
Good speech.
Oh, thanks, Doctor.
Maybe a bit too gloomy.
Yes, some other operators will think so. They said at times like these, we should be boosting morale. But I thought about it and realized we're not that kind of team. It's not about good or bad morale for us. We need to understand what we're doing. The harder things get, the more we need to tell everyone the truth. We can't be making our decisions blind. What could be more dangerous than walking around this world blindfolded?
I heard Madame Chen left Lungmen.
It's true. I think Madame Chen will probably steal into this core city alone. Lungmen, the infected, her bloodline. Madame Chen is a complicated person, with a lot of contradictions tied up inside her. But even carrying around all that, she still didn't give up. She still didn't run away. She carried it all with her into Chernobog. She's not afraid of betrayal, exile, or death. Dr. Shapeless, Madame Chen is infected.
Yeah, no shit. Yep.
Yes. Doctor, when we get to the core city, we're also going to do what we can to rescue her. Not only because Madame Chen is our friend, and not entirely because someone hired us to do it. Madame Chen will not face reunion alone. We will stand with her. Everything she worked so hard to protect, and the painful silence she forced on herself, we will help her, because we both want the same thing.
That sounds pretty generous.
Doctor, that look on your mask, it's funny.
My mask has a look?
I've doubted Madame Chen before. I took her for the type who couldn't change.
And she is pretty stubborn.
But when she reached out to help the infected, I saw it. I saw the color of her heart.
That's an interesting turn of phrase.
Oh, it's just how I'd describe it. I don't really know how to explain what I see, and it wouldn't be right to transmit it to people directly. But to protect the infected in a moving city, to keep to that ideal is heroic. Madame Chen isn't a cold-blooded person. She's stern and strict, and very stubborn. That is exactly why her sense of justice forces her to fight against the darkness in this world. Even if she's never said so herself. So, we'll go.
There is someone else who wanted me to stop reunion.
Dr. Shapeless, are you talking about... Oh. Miss First Nova. Right. And Misha. If there is something we can do to prevent a repeat of Misha's tragedy, to bring someone comfort to First Nova and her men, and to help even more people, to stop the birth of new sorrow in this land, we will do it.
Sorry about that.
I've sent both of you the information. This will be the first time the three of us have taken command together.
You're gonna work with me?
You could always stay here. It's up to you. I can't force you. Dr. Kaltsit. I'm listening. I hope you can set aside whatever preconceptions you have of Dr. Shapeless. And I hope you'll set aside whatever prejudices you may have towards Dr. Kaltsit, Dr. Shapeless, from the things she said before, at least for the time being. Dr. Shapeless has amnesia. Rhodes Island has no reliable treatment to restore the doctor's memory in just 2 short weeks. So everything that the doctor is now is the product of new understanding and cognition. Dr. Kaltsit, I hope you can look at this Dr. Shapeless in a new light. And Dr. Shapeless, I don't want you doubting Dr. Kaltsit's intentions just because of what she said.
Wouldn't dream of it.
She's the person that you can rely on the most, whether you trust her or not. She is. Please promise me, both of you.
I don't like any of those dialogue choices.
Dr. Shapeless, water under the bridge isn't an option for us. Morality won't turn us into better people. Dr. Kaltsit, I'm not refusing your proposal, Amia. It's just, forgiveness is a form of kindness, of waiving your right to anger. Will only make us weak beyond measure. I will not waive that right. But for now, I'll shove my prejudices. Let's deal with the core city first. Once and for all.
Look forward to working with you.
If you're willing. I didn't think it would be this easy. Honestly, I was even expecting you to weave in some traps and pitfalls among your words. But what's the harm?
I look forward to working with you, Dr. Shapeless. Aha! You have fallen right into my trap. Of not having a trap. So what's the plan? Oh, yeah. Which part of the plan are you asking about, Doctor? So we just walk up to Tallulah and introduce ourselves, right? Roots Island does have its own way of doing things. Take a look at the report. I'll cover every part of the plan. In 4 hours, we'll trigger a small sandstorm in the path of Chernobog Core City. Bitch, what? Hold up, before I continue, I do need to drink some water. My throat is a bit angry at me. Yeah. Okay.
10 a.m. Wilderness.
Number 1. Compressor number 1 powered. Number 2. Ammunition stockpile number 2 ready. Number 3. Wind pump number 3. Camouflage in place. Is the camouflage going to work? The Chernobog Core City command tower has a wide line of sight. This won't work without camouflage. They didn't even try to hide the fact that the Core City was basically designed as a warship. The Empire thrives on through violence and conquest. Damn! So this is just how the Empire of Ursus designs things. Designs put ideas into people's heads. Those ideas turn around and influence design. Living in an environment like this will breed natural hostility towards outsiders, sooner or later. It's not fair to the ordinary Ursus civilians to paint them in such broad brush. Oh, I'll go grab the bracket cables. But how many crimes did Ursus commit against my hometown? They'll never be able to wash the blood off their hands. Now they seek to use the infected to spark their next war, to justify even greater cruelty against the infected. Does this not prove their brutality? They put the torches to our fields and choked our wells with ashes. They razed entire villages, leaving only charred corpses behind. They slaughtered the land itself. Only rubble remains. Those are the ordinary Ursus civilians I know. Had they not supported the war, none of those things would have happened. I believe that was not the collective will of the people of Ursus, but rather the manifestation of evil ideas. We are not fighting the people of Ursus, but against evil itself. Firewatch, this may not be Casimir's land we're standing on, but still, we will not see those atrocities repeated. It doesn't matter whether the enemy is Ursus or not. Reunion may call themselves Ursus, or they may not. But we're not here to hurt people. We're here to stop people from getting hurt. The Knights never helped us guerrillas. Our leaders waited years, but in the end, help never came. We fought to the last, alone, until we were devoured by Ursus. Not many of us are still around to tell the tale. Who can I trust? How am I supposed to believe in the benevolence of Ursus's honest folk? I don't blame the Knights, especially not you, Nerl. But I keep thinking back to the time I spent fighting Ursus. I don't trust them, and I don't trust Casimir's. And was a grave mistake on the part of the Casimir's Knights. A mistake that they could not right. And they did not manage to protect Casimir's. But at least we can fight side by side today, Firewatch. I didn't have a choice to help you back then, but this time we fight, not for our homes, but to put an end to Ursus atrocities. Even if we're only here as support, I am still prepared to fight for what I believe in, to die for you, to die for someone else. Not all knights are like you. But I believe this is what knights should be. There is a meaning in dying for someone else. Madam Firewatch, let this battle be my apology to you. Operator Nerl. don't die. But also, anything you need me to do? Guard the area until the devices are fully operational.
4 hours ago.
These are these guys?
After so many major combat actions, infiltration is essentially a required course for operation.
Every situation is different, but using the terrain to conceal your position is always a must. Sometimes it's snow, sometimes it's grassy plains, sometimes it's a swamp. We have different techniques every time. Longman is here in the deserts and barrenlands, so use the sand to cover your tracks. That's the trick.
Maybe we shouldn't rely totally on this one tactic.
It's just a way to cover our tracks. Rhodes Island isn't about unilateral operations. Successful infiltration is the sum of a lot of moving parts. The information of the Azazel Clinic gave us authenticated the Chernobog blueprints. I have. That means we have solid picture of what the core city's lower levels look like. When the time comes, we'll enter through the drainage system in the foundation. But we'll need bait. We can't hook our prey without bait.
Same for the hunter.
Huh, yes, you're right. But given enough time, even the worst hunter can tell the difference between prey and bait. We'll have to stay out of sight long enough to prevent that.
10 a.m. You don't need us to land for this up, do you, instructor? There isn't a good spot on the core city, and Reunion isn't exactly poorly equipped. They got casters too. Landing would be tricky.
No need. Just make it look like we're going to land, but keep circling the city. We didn't bring a tactical team. Not much we can do with just the two of us.
Yeah, didn't think of that.
How would you not think of that?
Just kidding, instructor. Put the whip down.
Huh. We got the wuss who flies the bad guy, and now this joker. You can keep us up for half an hour, can't you?
No problem.
Just keep their attention. The Reunion element in the ruins knows we have aircraft. We can't be sure about what their people in the core city might know.
Rest assured, you're riding the good boy, and he's a lot nosier than the bad guy. It'll be all eyes on us for a solid half hour. Just watch me, instructor.
Careful now, don't get us shut down.
Just sit back and relax, instructor. I chauffeured Blaze and Ascalon around 100 times and we never got shut down on any of those low flights.
Getting shut down is a one-time thing. 10 a.m. Core City outskirts.
Huh? What's that? In the sky. That's not a bird. It's not a plane, but they're flying. The enemy brought a new weapon. What country is it from? Just shoot it down already. We don't know what it's carrying. We can't let it land. No panic. If it drops low enough, we'll light it up. Just don't let it out of your sight.
What kind of safety features are on this thing?
You afraid of heights, instructor?
No. A little.
Don't worry. If something goes wrong, we won't have time to react. The crash will pulverize us. Won't even be able to identify our bodies. The great equalizer.
How could I not worry? Amiya, we've managed to distract the enemy. They've convinced we're prepping to land. Begin the operation.
Attention combat operators. A smattering of enemies approaching our position. Likely a recon team from the core city. Our equipment is active. We won't let them ruin our plans. But at Firewatch, cover me. Roger.
Side by side. 1.
準備 OK じゃあ行くよ
Guerrilla fighters.
All units, spread out! Forward! Tactics sharpen the 貫く
Come on, give me enough time. There we go.
タル くない位置取りだね。
Fuck.
I'll need to see proof of identity.
Yeah, no.
Sharpen the
Okay.
mind. みんな、私に続け。Orders, please.
Arts unit. Charge 中. What's happening? I'll give you a taste of my taser.
みんな、私に続け。
オートキャリブレーション中よ。
Well. Alright then.
Requesting backup.
Let's try this one more time.
All units, move out! Move out! You criminals! Behave and turn yourselves in! Crime scene investigation!
みんな、私に続け。Forward. Bravery shall overcome evil.
Okay.
Discipline strengthens.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Target lock on.
みんな、私に続け。
ドローン飛べ
Should have probably waited for a tank. Yep, okay.
作戦行動中に問題が発生しました。システムを再起動してください。
Alright.
マップと敵座標の DMA セット
Have a potentially bad idea.
少々お待ちください。
My speed and I discipline strength 貫く。
Crime scene investigation.
Benevolence shall save lives.
Fuck. Hurry the fuck up.
悪くない位置取りだね。Benevolence shall save lives. 貫く。
ターゲットロックオン。 Yes, Scum. I'll give you a taste of my taser.
みんな、私に続け。チェーンソーのうなり声が Discipline strengthens the will. みんな、私に続け。Tactics sharpen the mind.
承知した。
Okay, no, I needed more backup. Oh, above. Well, shit.
貫く。
What's happening? This is your one warning.
Discipline strengthens the will.
用意破壊する
貫く
Discipline strengthens the will.
みんな私に続け
Discipline strengthens the will. Yes, scum! Stop right there, criminal scum! この一本が家まで送ろうか Bravery shall overcome evil. Standing by. おバカさんたち、僕が相手だよ。
さああと言ってよ
Fuck. Okay.
残念だけど、今回は月に見放されちゃったみたいだね。
Hmm.
Honor your orders. Move out. みんな一緒に遊ぼう。My speed and I hit benevolent shot.
貫く
I'll need to see proof of identity. Bravery shall overcome evil.
みんな私に続け
アーツユニットチャージ中 Benevolent shall save lives.
貫く
この辺 Bond of discipline strengthens the will. Orders, please. Standing by. 承知した。
貫く
おバカさんたち、僕が相手だよ。I'll give you a taste of my taser.
貫く
断絶。ポートキャリブレーション中よ。
みんな私に続け準備完了
やっちゃおっか。あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。
用意無情の傷よ
プログラムアーツユニット起動します。発射
Might need.
君にできるかな。
Actually, should have this.
I'll give you a taste of my taser. ドクターの言う通りにするよ。
Rock.
Forward. Benevolence shall save lives. Yoi, round it two.
Well, one got away.
逃れし敵あり。油断大敵。
Side by side, 2. Various reunion members patrol the passages of the hub layer in the heart of Chernobog. Don't take them lightly. Their uniforms are the same as the infected guerrillas that once fought in the northern tundra of Persis. I fucking hate this.
Mm. やっとやりごたえのある仕事を持ってきてくれたのね。マップと敵座標の DMA 設定を適用しています。
Probably picked the wrong
少
side
々
again.
お待ちください。ちょっと乱暴だけど、硬い金属とかシェルターを切り裂くのが好きなんだ。
みんな、私に続け。
Tactics sharpen the mind. アーツユニットチャージ中。Crime scene investigation.
みんな、私に続け。
Bravery shall overcome evil.
Ah, I see.
みんな、私に続け。
Not
Yes.
that one.
It won't hurt. You'll just get a little buzz.
Tactics sharpen the mind.
何悩んでんの？その綺麗な腕でボロ布にしてやる。
みんな、私に続け。
Bravery shall overcome evil.
抗ってみなよ。
What's happening? An incident? オートキャリブレーション中よ。Discipline strengthens the will. この一本が家まで送ろうか？
Tactics sharpen the mind. みんな、私に続け。
私の出番ね。みんな注目。ぐるぐるちゃんのお出ましよ。
Could you actually target the... thank you.
貫く。準備完了。
Why did I do that?
はいよ。発射。はいよ。Crime scene investigation.
抗ってみなよ。
問題ないわ。利用確かに。ここね。Yes, Scum. I'll give you a taste of my taser.
Okay. That one made me sweat a bit.
6 a.m.
Won't have much time after we take out that recon team. You're right, we're on a tight schedule. Operators aren't going to climb into the city from the sand. We do that sometimes. But the core city is on the move. It will be hard to get into the foundation levels.
If the operators stand on the sand and wait for the city to pass over them, both height and speed are going to be an issue. If they can't open the maintenance hatches and whiz chutes on the underside, our distraction and our camouflage won't be worth anything. So our 5 teams will take the vehicle and use the cover of the sandstorm to approach the city, then employ special equipment to climb onto the city's superstructure.
Wait, only said 5 teams?
We're in a hurry to get the attention of the local Ursus brass. And we wouldn't want them to send out an attack ship to smash Rhodes Island in the wilderness and kill our employees. Even if they did that, you wouldn't see a single report in any newspaper. The bankers and insurance executives will quietly cross out your name and shovel the locker into their own nest eggs. No one will speak of you. No one wants to upset Ursus. Our neutrality gives us some freedom to move in the cracks between forces, and that means we can't be backed by any power. We survive by working in secret, just like when we sent those teams to save you. 5 teams. Leave tracks. Cover the tracks. Objective complete. Objective failed. No matter what, Rhodes Island only ever deploys 5 teams.
Even when they're not enough?
Even for a city-state like Lungmen, wiping us out will be a trifle. You saw the LGD. They're as strong as any country's special forces. They certainly have a pharmaceutical company beat.
So why do they need us?
Because this is about the infected. Rhodes Island has departed Lungmen, and we're bearing on the next trade port at 15 kilometers per hour. We'll be in the wilderness for a few weeks before we get there. Aside from some nearby Rhodes Island communication specialists and some trusted vessels, no one will pick up our signal. We'll put our course around all the nomadic cities' known paths. Even if Lungmen decides to betray us, they won't be able to find us.
And that's not enough, is it? We need more oomph!
We need to be sharper. Right. We'll need something else to tip the scales. What? The both of you turned pretty gloomy, huh? I know how serious this is, but do you need... But you don't have to smile like that, do you? I'm here. Did I fucking smile? I know you did. Your lips may not have moved, but I could feel it. So here we are. Yay! No, I have to say this. I do not intend to rebuild any sort of relationship with this person. Myself, Amia, and 3 of our elite operators will lead the 5 teams. We have 3 combat teams,
one recon team and one spec ops team. You may want to meet the leader of one of those teams. Rosmontes, wait! Oh, Blaze. You're badly wounded. Why are you here? You should go back. Go on. Are you going to sortie this time? Yes. I'll get someone to replace you. How about Misery? He's a better at assault subs than you. He'll wave his hand and it'll all be done. Let's have him go. You don't want me to go? Yeah, you shouldn't. You're giving me a weird feeling, Blaze. This isn't like the missions you went on before. Because I might die? Watch it! You can't just come out and say that. You're too young for such a dangerous mission. It's not right. But Amiya's going too. Well, that's because she's Amiya. She's just like me. She's infected. She's an operator. And I checked the logs. Ace and Scout are both in Chernobog. They didn't come back. That means they're gone. I want to see. I want to know what happened. I want to see who's running Reunion. I want to know who did what. I want to know what happened to Ace and Scout. Rosmontes, you don't have to record that kind of stuff. Blaze? Shit, what the hell am I saying? No, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Damn my big mouth. But their deaths, Blaze. I'm the one who's wrong. We have happy memories and painful ones too. You have to remember them both. You're weird, Blaze. Your words are all scattered and broken. I don't want to see you hurting so much. Why do you have to look back at them? You can let them go. You can let go of those memories. You can put them there. Leave them there. And don't look back. If I don't look, then what's the point in recording them? If I don't look, then they're forgotten. I won't forget. I definitely won't forget a single death. Huh. Right. You're like me. You're a Rhodes Island elite operator. I can't go in your place. Really, You're bleeding again. It's fine. I'll take you. Ugh! Rosmontes, you and Amiya look after yourselves. Right. I will. Do I have to meet her? What's wrong with her? Why can't I? Why am I hesitating? Dr. Shapeless. Rhodes Island's elite operators, for whatever reason, dedicate their talent and energy to the Rhodes Island project. The teams they bring with them fully support their work, because our elite operators, to a certain degree, can directly determine how we use certain tactic. But not all of them are exactly as we imagine them. You've made elite operator Blaze, Doctor. There are a lot of rumors about her. Maybe you haven't heard. The truth is, they're a little exaggerated. But everyone has a different impression of her. But Doctor, I think you're capable of understanding her choices. Judging by your reaction, you may have already met the one we're talking about. Oh? Huh. Then, we're okay? Anything else I should know? That's a basic plan. Honestly, it's practical. A plan's a plan. An operation's an operation. That's that, this is this. But the up is what matters. A plan is just a basic outline of an operation. And a misstep during an operation can shatter a plan. I hope we don't have any bad omen specialists here. Uh-oh, that's a bad omen. We have a problem. The density is still low. This isn't going to work with that light angle. We're in the open here. If they look down from the bridge, they might spot us before we're fully operational.
But we can't cover the machine any more than it already is. If we block the airflow, we won't get enough air current to kick up the dust.
What do we do? Should we keep moving back? We might not have time.
I'll take care of it. Firewatch, keep an eye out and tell me which way to adjust.
Lady, what are you doing?
Fixing the angle of the light. To mitigate the suffering of the world, I believe even the sun itself will bow to me. Dang. That's badass. Also, who the fuck? Oh? Who's that one? Who's that on the dune? Neural? They're not settling up and not falling back. What is she doing? Meditating? Posing? Is she fucking posing? No, wait. What's that light? Her whole body is glowing. No. Uh-oh, too bright. Thanks, Captain. Thanks for covering my eyes, but it would be great if you weren't squeezing like you wanted to crush my skull. What is Neural doing? She's okay? Well, you say that, Captain, but the light is brighter than the sun. What is she up to? Huh? No way. She's pulling in all the light around us? Whoa! Captain, all the light's starting to form together. I know, I'm just saying. Could anyone but the Radiant Knight do something like this? Captain, look at the shadows of the sand dunes. Can you even tell what time of day it is? Just trying to bring the mood here. Once we kick up that sandstorm, we won't be able to see the shadows, right? Shutting up, sorry. Take us up. We've got some weird colored balls clipping us.
Don't be scared, instructor. Reunion's casters aren't good enough to shoot us down.
We're just a distraction. No need to put an air show for Reunion.
Put on a good enough show and Reunion might just surrender, huh? It's not what they call a show of force.
Aerial acrobatics isn't a show of force.
Hold on tight, instructor.
I need a barf bag. The device is fully functional, Lamia. We are ready to move. Roger. Drivers, maintain a steady speed. Check your maps. Use sandstorm to cover your approach to the core city until you're in range to deploy boarding gear. Engage. Do. The sand will cover our tracks. Remember your protective gear. Don't let sand into our sensitive equipment. Do. But I can see the sun. Why is the sunlight breaking through the sandstorm? The underside of the core city is so clear. It's like hearts. This wasn't part of the plan. Is that natural light? Don't worry about it. Roger that. Grappling hooks, prepare to fire. Operators, make sure the cables are securely fixed to the underside of the city. Once all of our operators are aboard, the vehicles will depart at once. I don't usually say things like this, but pretty sure that light just now is a good omen for us. And she just jinxed it. Definitely! I made it a little too intense and had to aim it at the ground, but let's not tell her that part. Hold on, the core city is speeding up. Our machines are wind-driven, but they can only keep this sandstorm up within a 1 kilometer range. If they break that range, they'll spot us for sure. Hurry up, everyone!
We're out of time. We have to slow down. If we drive out of the sandstorm, Chernobog's optical detection system will pick us right up and blow the hole up. How many people do you have left? Hurry up and...
None.
Huh?
Put on mask.
That's too dangerous, Doctor. You never had operator training. We can't send you up there alone. Didn't Dr. Colt say to assign you any battlefield support?
Maybe sure that I could use the exercise. I did. You fat ass. What? Me.
Calcin grabbed by the waist with one arm and pulled you onto the zipline with the other. Seize your own fate next time, Dr. Shapeless. The sandstorm was ferocious, and the arm holding you was very hard. You couldn't be certain it belonged to Cold Sid. All squads, take your positions. There is no room for error in the operation to come.
"10:30 a.m. Core City Foundation."
Yep, there's definitely a sign of someone breaking in here. Confirmed one infiltrator.
We can't be sure if that blue stain over there is Reunion's or someone else's. It hasn't turned yet. It very well could be Officer Chance. We have to hurry. Oh, Doctor. I'm glad you made it here safe.
I had hope. You were close to losing me.
Oh? Huh? That dangerous, huh? Did you get hurt, Dr. Shapeless?
Nah, I'm fine. Let's just go. Just some trauma. You know, everyday business.
みんなお疲れ様。ゆっくり休んで。
Well, this is awkward. I was just about to stop. Yeah, okay. Ah, fuck, it's a tutorial. Focus strike. Learn how to counter the commanding tactics of Reunion's guerrilla forces. Fine, I'll do the tutorial. Lantha and Amia. Sorry about that.
Rhodes Island on a certain day.
In this training exercise, we'll simulate a situation where communications are jammed and practice operating under these conditions. Amia will also be assisting you. You must all step up and learn how the enemy fights. Look live. The enemy's guerrilla forces are here. Get ready.
That enemy is an experienced guerrilla fighter. Jessica, I'll step in first. Got it. I'll make sure you stay healthy. Don't let the nerves get to you. It'll affect your ability to make decisions on the spot.
I have no operators.
目標地点に到着しました。
Attacks 2 targets at once when inspired by Herald or a Patriot. You fool. You should have put Beagle last. There's the Herald. Or the Patriot. Incoming! A new enemy is a guerrilla Herald, and he uses an encrypted language to relay messages to the other troops.
Whoa! Why does it feel like the enemies are coming at us way harder now? Hold on a bit longer, Beagle. I'll go take care of that new enemy.
While on the battlefield, Heralds will continuously issue tactical commands to their squad members, increasing their attack and defense to all enemies. After receiving these commands, some enemies will even use special abilities. Look, this guerrilla sniper is shooting 2 of our operators at the same time. However, remember that even if these heralds are the heart of the enemy's guerrilla warfare tactics, they're also a weak point we can exploit. Their lightweight equipment that emphasizes mobility also makes them the least protected of all guerrilla forces. So you're saying I could pull out Ambriel?
動かないで。
This goes on for some time. Just shooting the guy.
許しません。
Okay, but now Jessica's kind of... Okay, never mind, there's another one. 2 heralds are here now. Through a coordinated exchange of tactics, the strengthening effect of their commands has been amplified, and the other enemies have become even stronger than before. Jessica, think hard and come up with a way to fight against them.
It's too hard to deal with these heralds. I don't think I can handle this. Ah! Melantha, let's go help Jessica. Prioritize taking out those special enemies and create an advantage for our battle line. Understood, Jessica. Understood. Jessica, hang in there. I'll help you deal with them.
絶対許しません。わかりました。 できる限りやります。絶対許しません。こういう香りは好き？動かないで。
Alright. Well,
勝てたの
that
で
was relatively simple.
よかったです。
So basically that just told me to prioritize the heralds. Anyway, Forgotten Lands. But like I said, I'm probably gonna stop there today. Been going on for a while, and I'm pretty tired. And my throat is kind of hurting me a little bit. So I think I should probably give it a break. Now, tomorrow is a Thursday. And I do want to play the new Olympus update. Well, I am gonna definitely play it. I'm just... Hopefully I'll play it tomorrow. But no guarantees for the moment. I might need to move that until Saturday. Either ways, I'll just post the update on the Twitters or the BlueSkys. Sorry, I'm just stretching. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow around like 5 or 6-ish. Either way, I appreciate everyone who stopped by and have a good one.